This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you for a Sunday morning edition before anything really gets too fired up here on a Sunday following an Edmonton Oilers loss, the second one in 3 games, second one on this road trip. Well, you know what? There's one thing that I'd like to say about this, and we'll discuss that for sure in this video because that Vegas game proved exactly what I thought it would take to snap the losing streak, and then the LA Kings replicated that exactly here last night. Friends, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. For the LA Kings last night, big save Dave has regained his form after kind of stumbling there after stick flipping a few years back. Seems to have regained his confidence, regained his ability to goaltend, and of course that bites the Edmonton Oilers as it would. So back up in net for the LA Kings, and Oilers obviously get shut out 4-0, so we're back to that old story as well. However, I don't even think there's anything realistically to blame on the Edmonton Oilers' part here for losing 4-0 last night. It's the back half of a back to back, so I don't want to make that excuse. What I'm looking at here is simply for the LA Kings and the Vegas Golden Knights. What I would say is similar about their games against the Oilers is that both teams, as I was saying, kind of those last 6 games of the 16-game win streak, is all it was going to take for a team to snap the Oilers' win streak was just play them tough, play them like it's a playoff game, play them like you're out there to win a series. And that's exactly what Vegas and LA did, right? You look at the stats, and I mean, the stats legitimately tell you that exactly. I don't think any team in that last 6 games of the win streak prior to Vegas snapping it in game 17 really went out and had the stats that say a LA team did last night. 25 blocked shots, right? LA was all over it last night getting in lanes. And I'm sorry, the Oilers still put up 26 shots. So, again, for the Oilers, whether you say, well, they got to find seams to the net, they got to get around guys and shoot better, they whatever. I'm sorry, that's if you have 12 or 15 block shots, but when you got 25 block shots, that is selling out to win a hockey game, and that's exactly what the LA Kings did last night against the Edmonton Oilers. Is sell out for every block shot they can get, keep it away from big save Dave there in net for the LA Kings, and it ended up being a very successful recipe. But that's not to say as well that the LA Kings didn't come out. The Oilers had 20 hits, but the LA Kings had 26. So I guess what I'm saying, my point here to keep it nice and short this morning, I really don't want to talk too long in case there is some more news to get to later on. Simply for the Oilers is you watch the LA Kings play a playoff styled game in which they're in the lanes, they're hitting you hard, they're out there making it hard on you, and that's exactly the style that the Edmonton Oilers have to down the stretch here start adapting their game to. Right? Is that win streak was nice and all, and it was maybe not against the worst opponents, but again, the opponents didn't play a certain style on that 16-game win streak, and now all of a sudden, coming out of it, you've got Vegas, Anaheim, and LA, and 2 of those 3 games, the teams that we faced in first and second round last year have played that playoff style against us, and you see how we fared. So it's not saying the Oilers are pretenders. It's not saying the Oilers aren't going to be able to win in the playoffs. It's just saying the Oilers aren't quite in that mode yet. And the only way they're going to get there is obviously playing these games, taking their lumps, and figuring out, hey, we got to step up here. Teams are challenging us now. Let's get going. And for the Oilers, right, you scored nothing against the LA Kings. I guess, quite honestly, the truth, when you score 0 goals, it's nothing. So they need to definitely step up and get battling in the trenches a little bit more. Yeah, big save Dave there did rob Corey Perry and in the second line right on the goal line, but I don't care. Again, end of the day is you have to find a way to push through and score goals. So for the Oilers, good little learning lesson. Pretty happy this happened actually. I'm excited to see how they respond and excited to see what happens on February 13th when the Oilers get back to hockey and hopefully get back in the win column. Friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. As always, I am up on out of here.